In this video, I'm going to show you how to make an ornament with an embroidery hoop, and this is an applique quilt block. It's just on top of the fabric. It's not an actual pieced block, so that makes it really fun and easy to make. And then you can hang these from your Christmas tree or on your wall, and I'm going to show you how to make these. There is a template on my website. It looks like this. It comes with the background circle, star main, and points are the pieces. So for the background, you're going to want to cut out first back your fabric with a medium weight interfacing, and then cut out one circle. And these are for the 4-inch embroidery hoops. So you'll need one 4-inch embroidery hoop, and then for the middle of the star, you're going to cut out one main piece and 8 points. And these are backed with heat and bond. You're also going to need some baker's twine or ribbon to hang the ornament. So I'm going to show you first how to do the heat and bond. So you're going to want to get the Heat and Bond Ultra, which is a red package. And this is a paper with an adhesive on here that we are going to use to create kind of a double-sided adhesive, essentially, for our fabric. So to start, we're going to cut out a piece about as big as our fabric, a little smaller. You don't want the heat and bond to get on your surface, so you'll definitely want this to be just a tad bit smaller than your fabric. And I like to do the heat and bond before cutting out my pieces so that I get crisper edges. So you're just going to heat that to adhere the sticky side. So put the sticky side down, adhere it on there, and let it dry a second. This doesn't take very long. It's pretty easy. And then you can peel off the paper backing, and then you have a heat and bonded fabric. And this won't be sticky right now after it dries, but when you heat it up again, it'll stick onto your other fabric. So use the pattern piece to cut out 8 points, 1 main. And then the first step we're going to do now is to adhere these on to our hoop background. So I like to use the pattern piece to kind of show me where to put these. Once your middle star block, the square, is lined up, you can take it off, but I like to use that to show me kind of where to put my block. You can kind of see through the background fabric, but if you can't, just center that square, and then we're going to adhere it on just with an iron. Since it's backed with heat and bond, it only takes a second to stick it to that fabric. And then I'm going to go ahead and just do 2 points at a time to get these on there right. So just line up your points with that square, and then heat them to adhere. Okay, now when those are on there, we're going to top stitch to give it that quilty look. So top stitch around all your pieces about 1/8 of an inch from the edge, and you can use just a thread that either matches or coordinates, and you'll want to back stitch when you start and stop a stitch, so I back stitch there, and you can do this with a machine or by hand. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll assemble the ornament. After that is done, we are going to open up the hoop and separate the inner hoop from the outer hoop. And then we'll place this over the inner hoop and center it as best you can. And then we'll go ahead and place the outer hoop on top. If it is in a good spot, you can push it all the way down. And then when those are kind of on the same level, you can tighten that up. And then if you have excess fabric on the back, just go ahead and trim that off with your scissors. And then the last step is to add a ribbon or string tie at the top. So you'll just need about 12 inches of thread or string, and first tie it around the screw hardware. I like to give it a double knot there, and then at the top you can tie a knot and then a little bow if you want, and then your ornament's ready to hang.